My name is Tyree Simon, news writer for SEScoops, and I have the pleasure of interviewing this man. He is the Limitless World Champion. He is the Southern Underground Pro Bone Throwing Champion. The Northeast Beast, Alec Price. How you doing, man?
How you doing? How you doing? I'm doing great.
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I see you got the gold strapped around you. How you,
So you know what?
how you
I
living? How
always
you
got the gold
living?
on me. I always got the gold. Like I always got to be stunting, even when I'm walking around. You know what I
you
mean?
know, yeah. It looked good. It looked good. It looked
Appreciate
good.
that.
You're going on an incredible run, which we're going to talk about in a second. But I thank you for taking the time because I know you have a crazy schedule going on right now. Yeah, you have a match you can prepare for this Sunday. Yeah, a match you had just a couple of days ago. So you're working, man.
Yeah, no, I got a lot going on right now, but it's what I want, right? It's wrestling.
It's wrestling. So I definitely appreciate you taking the time. Let's get right into it. I would like to know exactly how did you get into professional wrestling?
Um, I mean, I was always kind of into it. My nana was a big fan of professional wrestling, so I
Mm-hmm.
have like early memories of like sitting watching wrestling with her and my brothers.
Mm-hmm.
But after she died, I didn't really have anybody to really like talk to or like you know what I mean. So I kind of
Yeah.
fell off for a little bit, like middle school, and then like I met my boy Eddie,
Mm-hmm.
and he had all the games and all, and I was poor. I didn't have any of that. He had all the games, the toys, everything like that. Like
Right.
he was spoiled because he was the only kid. So like I used to go over there and friggin' I found somebody that liked wrestling as much as my nana did and I did. So it was like, all right, cool. Like, and I have somebody else to share all my stuff with because usually everybody else would be like, yo, stop talking about wrestling. It's like, nah, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then, what is it? So then we did a year backyard. I found a backyard company,
Mm-hmm.
one of my dudes that I went to high school with. And then after that, I found the Bell Time Club Training Center in
Mm-hmm.
Wakefield, Mass. My mom like knew Pat Dillon because they went to high school together. Pat Dillon knew the owner and trainer Bo Douglas,
Mm-hmm.
so I ended up going there, and you know what I mean. That's how I got into pro wrestling. I've always been a fan of it. I wasn't like one of those fans that like indie. Like I knew of indies, but I didn't like watch indies. I watched like TNA and like
Gotcha.
WWE because you know what I mean. It was free, and I knew it was every Thursday. You know what I mean, Monday, Thursday. I
Yeah.
never had to worry about a changing date.
So, question: did Pat Dillon train you, or
No,
no?
Bo Douglas and Benny Jux trained me.
Okay. Okay.
Um, like so, like, but Pat Dillon was like he runs UFO wrestling,
Mm-hmm.
so like they were kind of just like the company that we'd go and like you know what I mean. Like it was like kind of like it wasn't like the Bell Time was their school. It was just
Mm-hmm.
like they were kind of connected a little bit because everybody knew everybody. Like I
Gotcha.
think like Pat was trained by Kowalski, and I think like Bo was trained by Kowalski. So
Okay.
like they just knew each other. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. So basically, just because association, they kind of knew each other, and that's how it all came together.
Well, I mean, like I think like Bo got the school from somebody, and like I don't know the year because I was only like live wrestling wise for the past 5 years. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
before that, but Bo got something, and then he moved it from like Everett to Wakefield, and then like Benny Jux, my trainer, who was trained by Tony Roy and Richard Burns, like he came in and it was lit. I love training at the Bell Time Club. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's pretty fire. It's a fire school. It's just like how I grew up. You know what I mean? Like I was in a two and a half bedroom apartment with 7 people.
Mm.
So like I'm used to everything happening because it's like we're
Right.
in a small place and everything's happening at once. And you know what I mean? There's a million
Yeah.
things
Yeah.
going on. That was the same thing at the Bell Time Club. You would have Benny and Bo, teaching class, and then all of
Mm.
a sudden one of the vets is coming through, or one of the people and then they're coming in, and you know what I mean. Then it just
Yeah.
turns into a million and one people throwing at you. But I grew up like that, so to me it was like home. You feel me?
No, yeah, I definitely feel you. So, how old were you? We're talking here.
18.
18. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I
Okay.
started when I was like 18, like a couple months after that. It was like February because my parents got their tax money. You know what I
Gotcha.
mean? They
Yeah.
dished out the first 200, the first 300 for me to start training, and then after that, I started having to pay myself, which is, I mean, no big deal. You know what I mean? I had a job.
Yeah.
I have a job. You know what I mean? So,
No, definitely. So, how did your parents react when you said, "Oh, hey, mom, dad, I want to be a wrestler"?
like the thing is, my mom and dad always support us. You know
Mm.
what I mean? Like they're never the parents that would be like, that's a stupid move. You know what I mean? Even though there was a couple times they've been like, that's a stupid move. They didn't like go against it or try to do anything to stop me. You know what I mean? Like they were like, all right, if you want to do it, you make your own mistakes. Like, but with wrestling, like they didn't want to put up the money at first. Like when I first, because I used to talk about it all the time. Like, oh, I'll be a wrestler. I'll be an MMA fighter. You know what I mean? And my mom didn't think I really wanted to do it until she see me like going to Rosendale every weekend to go backyard wrestling. You know what I mean? In my friend DQ's backyard with his grandma over the porch being like, "Don't kill Spider-Man! Don't kill Spider-Man!" And my boy's in a red all body suit.
Right.
So like after that, she realized like I really wanted to do this. So like they've always given me the support in anything that we wanted to do. You know what I mean? Because like they raised us to be adults. So they have respect in like our decisions. They know what we're gonna do. Like we're not making dumb moves because you know what I mean. They raised us right.
No, but that's so important that like they were so supportive of you and believed in you. And once they see that you want to pursue something, they did what they could to help you out. Because a lot of people like they want to say, I want to be a wrestler or I want to do something in wrestling or MMA, like you said. And the parents will say, no, that's dumb. Why don't you be a doctor or a lawyer or stuff like that? So
yeah.
Credit to your parents to be able to have the vision and see something in you and give you the necessary tools to be able to follow your dream.
Yeah, like you know what I mean? Like it was never easy growing up, but like they always made sure we were good. Right. Like my dad, like I like a lot of times when I was a kid, like my dad, like it's not that he wasn't there, he was there all the time. He always lived with us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was just that he worked so much that I didn't see him. He was, you know what I mean? He came back late, he was in early. There was no like in between time. He was either asleep or at work. So like I mean, I'm glad I grew up the way I grew up. Like I see a lot of my friends like the way they grew up and like they're like, I've been paying rent since I was like 15. But that's just because my mom grew up that way. And like after doing that, it helped me get better on my expenses and stuff. Like I said, I was raised to be an adult. Like, and I hear other people being like, your mom makes you pay rent. What is that? Like, you know what I mean? Like when I was a little kid, like your mom makes you pay rent. What the hell? Like she shouldn't be doing that. I'm like, yeah, she should. Like we pay for food, we pay for water, we pay for what are you talking about? Like why would I not want to give her bread for rent? Like everything else, like you think this stuff is cheap? You ever try to buy freaking water? You know what I mean? Like laundry detergent, it's like 10, $15. Nah. So like, nah, they're just they're great parents. Like even when we didn't have everything, like they always made sure we were good. You know what I mean? Like I remember like days my mom would just like she would like not eat that dinner to make sure that we all like were full. You know what I mean? Like my dad was good and all the kids. Like I remember one day like it was like hamburger helper. And I walked up and I was like, oh, I want to get because I love hamburger helper. It's like my favorite meal for some reason. I know it's bad for you, but it's so good. You know what I mean? Like the beef pasta. You know what I mean? The beef pasta.
I feel you.
So like I walked up and I'm like, oh, she's just like, oh, she didn't eat yet because she served all our plates and she was like, you want a baby? And she just gave me the rest of it. You know what I mean? Like, anyways, enough about me.
No, I definitely could relate to that. I had similar things as you. And shout out to my mom as well. Shout out to your mom and dad. But like I think that kind of like you said before, it kind of molded you and forged you to where you are today. Like had you not have that, as unfortunate it may be, had you not had that, would you have the same type of hustle and grind that you have today? That is leading to your success. You know what I mean? That's key though.
Yeah. No, it's true. I feel like a lot of people like my dad always had a great work ethic. I got his work ethic. You know what I mean? Like when I work, and I want to do something. I want to do it right, not half-ass it. You know what I mean? Like just give me my bread. I'll come in. I'll work. I don't care what. Like if you need me to do doubles, as long as you're paying me. You know what I mean? Like,
definitely.
So it's definitely and like I didn't grow up with much. So like now like I'm getting older. It's like I want everything. You know what I mean? Because like I have the ability to go get it. And they taught me to do that. So it's pretty, you know what I mean? It was lit. I love growing up the way I grew up. You know what I mean? I love my parents.
No, definitely. Shout out to them. Shout out to them for believing in you. Now, question was you were able to watch wrestling, going to other people's houses and playing video games. Was there anybody that you saw wrestling wise from TNA or maybe even WWE that inspired you or said, I want to do that too?
Well, like my favorite, like when I was like, I liked like Rey Mysterio, Jeff
Mm.
Hardy, Evan Bourne. I was a big Evan Bourne fan. Matt
Oh, dope.
Sydal. But like TNA wise, I was a big AJ Styles, Eric
Yeah.
Young, Bobby Roode. You know what I mean? Like Beer Money was lit. You know what I mean? Like
Yes.
Main Event Mafia, Motor City Machine Guns. Like I got in that era. Like that's when I started watching. Was
Oh,
like
okay.
that like Main Event Mafias like just came through. They got Booker T, Nat. Yo, it was crazy.
Right.
They just released the game. Like Suicide was in the game. I was playing that shit. Like, why can't I fight for a title in Expedition? You know, it don't even matter. It's TNA. Right. You know what I mean? So
that I will say this, just a quick sidebar. The TNA game, one of the best things they could do is that have playing the Ultimate X match. That
oh my god,
so, that was so fun. It was so fun.
It was like I don't even care that there's no title up there. I'll take that. That was my one thing. I'm just like, why can't we fight for titles? You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to do the story mode to get titles. I want to see my character have a title.
Right.
You know what I mean? But
and it was wrestlers that you wanted to play with probably, but that weren't in the game really. And it was, it was a bunch of weird things, but I'll always remember Ultimate X and how much fun it was playing with other people with that.
And the graphics too back then were crazy. Like, if you compared them to WWE's like game back in the day, it was the graphics were like, and I loved it. You know what I mean? The only thing I didn't like was like the no titles, and like when you grab, like they always had to grab and lock up to the finisher.
Yes.
Like
it made
complete and then you hear that
right. Yeah. And you had to get the bar all the way just do the finisher.
Yeah, exactly. Like I don't want to wait that long. Like let me get a signature first. You feel like?
But once you got that move on, you couldn't reverse it. That's the one thing. You couldn't reverse the move.
You couldn't. That was the good part.
That was the good part. Yes.
That was the good part, but it also was the cheap because at that point, like if you didn't have a finisher and you're playing your dude, you're playing your boy.
Yes.
He's gonna be running at you. You're just gonna be running around the whole arena the whole time because you already know you can't reverse that.
Yep. Oh, good times. Good times.
Yeah,
good times. So let me ask you this: your style and how you work, right? Would you say like people like AJ Styles, people like Eric Young, Rey Mysterio, would you say those people kind of influence your style a little bit?
Yeah, it was definitely like Ray, AJ, like, but like I'm not really like one to like my stuff is like my stuff. You know what I mean? Like I do pay homage to like my trainers and stuff, and I'll do like a move or two that's like, okay, that's like an older move that's like, you know what I mean? But like I think just the way they were in the ring, their personality, like I'm my own person. You like all my moves are cool. I can definitely like use some of their moves and make it into my own. Like all the wrestlers that I've always watched inspired, you know what I mean? Just because like they had that it factor. Like Samoa Joe, when he came through, he had that it factor. AJ Styles had that it factor. Every single one of them, and it was like they were larger than life, especially being like small. A lot of them smaller guys. You know what I mean? So
definitely.
William Regal was like one of my favorites too.
Really?
Yeah, I loved William Regal, especially in TNA. Like in WWE. Oh my god, I remember he used to come out and just bah! You know what I mean? People with the knee trembler, and it was the realest finish. Like I was like, dude, this dude's knocking people out. You know what I mean? Like this dude's knocking people out. Like I remember just like trying to do it to like a sock monkey because I was just like having a wrestling league with my sock monkey when I was a little kid, and I'm just like, William Regal knee tremble. Oh, William Regal's like the ECW championship. You know what I mean? Like,
no, definitely.
Yeah, but I mean, I think all of them did, but I think I'm just more me in there because like there's no one out there that's Alec Price. You know what I mean? Like I'm the only Alec Price because like I'm just me. I'm not like whatever situation you put me in, I'm always gonna be me. I'm just myself times 10.
I don't think William Regal ever did the stick up.
Huh?
I don't think William Regal ever did the stick up, or he just did the stick up. Like that's something that's totally you. What also one of my favorite moves that you do.
The stick up, yeah.
Yes. It looks so brutal. Like, and I would think the person that's receiving it may hate it, but the person that's me watching it, it's one of the best things ever.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, the people probably hate it, no cap, but I don't care if they hate it. You feel me? Like,
yeah, I feel you.
They're gonna have to take it.
And I'm glad that we talked about how you got into wrestling and learning about your parents, how supportive they were, and them seeing the vision. Because look at where you are today. You have two straps of gold around your neck right now.
You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? But one of the things I looked at, one of the things I noticed going and looking at your career so far, and especially this year and last year, was there was a bit of a turnaround, right? So follow me for a second. You faced Josh Alexander
Mm-hmm.
on October 14th, 2022, right?
Yep.
And you took a loss, right? It happens to everybody. It happens to the best of us, right?
Yeah. No cut.
But since then, I don't know what did Josh Alexander do to you, or how much that affected you, because you just been on a run since, man. Like I just looking at just you looking at your stats. The next month you became the limitless champion,
Yeah.
defeating Anthony Green. You became the Southern Underground Pro champion in March of this year, right?
Yeah.
Since that loss, and for Beyond Wrestling, you've won 26 times in singles matches.
Yeah, I don't be checking my stats
You
like
see
that.
you see how crazy that is? Since that loss to Josh Alexander, you've won 26 times in singles matches for Beyond Wrestling.
Listen, bro.
You've been on a run.
Yeah, I mean, I learned a lot during that Josh Alexander match. Um, I learned a lot. So like just having those matches, it's different. Like when you I'm not I'm humble, but I know I'm not like a shitty wrestler. You know what I mean? Like I know I'm a good
No, not at
wrestler.
all. Yes.
But when you face somebody that's better than you know what I mean? Like it's either put up or shut up. You're gonna learn, or you're just gonna stay on the same level. And I feel like I definitely leveled up during that match.
Now you could definitely see it. And by the way, just looking at the stats and then also looking at your performances since then. Like you've had great matches before that match, of course, but like from that moment until even now today, you've just been killing it out here. Like
Trying, bro. I'm trying.
you've
You know
been
what I mean?
killing it. Like just listen to some of the names that you faced. Just Busick just recently. You had a match against Mike Bailey. You had against Lindsay Dorado, Anthony Henry, Willow Nightingale. Name a few people. Like you've been
Ethan
having
Page.
even having great matches and delivering, and you've been the standout in a lot of these shows.
You know, it's just like I said, like earlier, like my work ethic. Like I want to go 100% when I'm in the ring. Like anytime I go into a wrestling ring, I want it to be the best match I can possibly produce, because I know what I can do.
Right.
So like if I can't produce that product, I don't want to be one of these there's no disrespect to anybody, but like I don't want to be one of these like 60-year-old people that are like, or 50-year-olds that are still bumping around because they need to make, you know what I mean? They need to make some bread. Like I want to I wouldn't want to do this. This is something that I want to do for the rest of my life. And I don't want to do it shitty. I want to do it perfect every time. Like I'm a perfectionist, and I feel like everybody is. It's a human, you know what I mean? It's a common human like trait, but I like how you say, like, I don't know, like it's crazy. Like it's just that work ethic. Like I want more, and I feel like wrestling is the first thing in my life like that I found that's me. You know what I mean? Like my brother Leo was the football star. My brother Manny was a mechanic. My sister Madison's the baby. Then I got my brother Scotty, who's the electrician. Like there was nothing in my life that I really found like me in, or I felt like it was me. And I feel like this is the one thing that I was put on this earth to do. So I want to make sure I always kill it. And I feel like that's what's been doing, is because like I've changed too since I started to get a little bit older. You know what I mean? Like when I was a teenager, I was still doing crazy shit.
Yeah.
And when the pandemic hit, I was doing a lot of freaking wild and crazy stuff that I'm really rather not say. But that's life. And wrestling came back, and I feel like that's like it saved me. You know what I mean? Because I was doing too much shit.
No, I definitely get it.
You know what I mean? Like I was just doing too much crazy shit. Like I just was lost. You know what I mean? So I think that's just it, because wrestling's really my life. Like this is all I got.
No, it's just how you say that, right? Because you know when you're faced with moments where you're maybe at your lowest, and you missing out on something that you truly love. Once you get that back, you just get that fire in you. You just keep going. And once you're having success as well, you just want to keep having more and more and more and more. And I'm seeing that out of you a lot. I'm seeing you really since last year to now and currently, you're just taking on all comers. And whenever your name is on the card, I think fans are starting to see, okay, when Alec Price is on the card, we know we're getting something special today.
Yeah, and I think it's just like real recognize real. So I feel like the fans, like I'm not a fake person. I'm really, like I said, like I'm just myself in there. You know what I mean? Like I'm not nobody else but myself. And there's a lot of fake people in wrestling, but there's few real people, but you can find them. And I feel like the fans really connect to the people that are just them, that are the realest people. Like even if they are like they have a gimmick, in their core, they're just them. They're a real person. You know what I mean? Like so. There's a lot of shitbags the fans connect with too, but you know what I'm getting with. Like basically, like I feel like that's true. Like they may be like, oh, Alec Price is on the card. Like I know we're gonna have a fight match.
Yeah.
But I also feel like it's like, oh, Alec Price is on. You know what I mean? Like that's my dog. Like you know what I mean? I can go to the store with him. You know what I mean? Like I can go do something because I don't know. I think it's just me. You know what I mean? I don't know.
But they're also following your journey too. Like the fans of you and the fans that watch your matches and are fans of pro wrestling and especially independent pro wrestling. I think they could see like how you just evolving right before our eyes. Right, we're seeing you become champions. We're seeing you have killer matches with other big names. We're seeing you, have this crazy schedule, which we're going to talk about in 1 second. Just going on card to card to card, and the work you're putting into it. I think people are appreciating, and I hope they are appreciating just what you're doing right now and where your trajectory is going.
I mean, shit, I hope they do too. Yeah. Like, that's all I can ask for. You know what I mean?
No, definitely. Now one of the things that while you're having success, you're also having a lot of matches. You're doing a lot of traveling and doing a lot of work, in preparation for it as well. And you also have your day-to-day life you have to live as well. Like I checked, you have I believe 35 singles matches so far this year. That's not including the other tag team matches or battle royals that you had this year. So I'm guessing.
I think it's more than that now because I'm pulling like 4 weekend. Like,
yeah.
I mean, it's not. I mean, like you said, it's not counting other matches, but like maybe more. I think it may be a little bit more, but like, yeah, 35. I don't know. I've just been going this year. Like last weekend, I had it was 4 days. I wrestled 5 shows.
Yeah.
And that's like every weekend. It's 4. You know what I mean? Thursday through Sunday is wrestling, and then Monday through Wednesday is like norm like regular life. I'm Alec. I'm Alec. I'm not telling you my last name. You know what I mean? But it's Price.
But even in that, right? We're saying that it's more. Just imagine that type of schedule. And I hope people that's watching, imagine the type of schedule and having to live a life and having to kind of be able to deal with that. And that, hey, the next week or the next couple of days is back on the road again. Alex, how are you doing just physically and mentally just with the schedule you've had this year?
I'm good. I feel like at the beginning of the year, I started like working myself too much, not with wrestling, but like, because I was working like 40 hours a week at overnights, and then I was working wrestling Thursday to Sunday. So it was like Monday through Thursday was work, and then I would work and wrestle on the same night, and then go to work. Like, so like, I mean, I'm feeling good. My body's good. Wrestling hurts, so it's there's always going to be aches and pains and bruising, but that's just life, and that's just wrestling. Like, can't go into a contact sport like thinking you're gonna get hit with pillows. So but I'm good mentally too. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there ain't no problems up there. I make sure I have long conversations with myself. No, I'm just fucking around with it.
No. But even if you did, that's good that you are doing well mentally. You are doing well physically. I know, again, knowing you, I kind of credit that also to just your upbringing and just be able to work through and just be able to be a hard worker.
It's just that work ethic, you know what I mean? You just gotta go. It's like it's work. What are you gonna do? Death, taxes, you know what I mean? Like you gotta take care of some shit. Like it's just what you gotta do. Like my parents be like, "Well, you want to be an adult? Like you're not a little kid. You're a man." Just like they said to my sister, like you're not a little kid. You know what I mean? Like you're a grown woman. Like you gotta take care of your shit. And this is what we do. You know what I mean? Like we're partners. We never die. We always survive and thrive. Doesn't matter what situation we're thrown in, we're gonna make sure that we're Gucci and we're always gonna survive in that situation. We're like cockroaches. You know what I mean?
No, that's a bar, by the way. You just slid through that. That's a bar. That's a great line.
Bro, yeah. It's my mom, so I'll steal it from her.
Listen, put a copyright out. There you go. No, it's amazing to see that. Just knowing that you're mentally and physically you're good with the schedule you have going on, but also that the work ethic and the work that you're continuing to do, you're just gonna you're just gonna keep pushing through, and like you said, you want more. So I as somebody that's watching you, I'm interested to see just how far your journey goes.
I mean, I am too, because like I feel like I'm definitely like I feel like this is what I was meant to do. So I feel like I'm gonna be Gucci. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't matter. Like I'm not gonna pull no I'm not like gonna pull no bullshit. I just want to wrestle. You know what I mean? Like, and that's one thing I feel like I'm Gucci with. Like no one's ever had a real big problem with me. Like no one's ever had a problem with me because I'm not like an asshole. You know what I mean? I just come to wrestle. I don't get involved in no personal shit, no bullshit. I just want to wrestle and do what I came here to do. You know what I mean?
No, definitely.
And I think that's just it. Like I just go out there and I just be me. You know what I mean? So
it's working well. It's working well.
I'm trying. I just want to get I want to get signed. I want to be everywhere. You know what I mean? Like I want to be everywhere. So I'm gonna do whatever in my possible power I can do to be everywhere. And if it means I gotta get a little bit bigger, I gotta get a little bit bigger. Which I agree. I think I gotta get a little bit bigger. But that's just because I want to. You know what I mean?
Right.
But like, do I think like there's some aspects in my game that I can tighten up? 100%. Do I think like I can always improve and I'm never gonna get to that? Like, there's no one ever gets good in wrestling. You can always continue to learn. And if you don't, like, if you like, it's like what people like, they'll be like, oh, if you still get nervous before you go out the curtain, you shouldn't be in wrestling. It's like, no, if you don't get nervous before you go out the curtain, like if you don't get nervous, what do you mean? Like that means you don't care about this. Like if you get nervous, you care. You want everything to go good. If you don't, like that means you just don't care. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. Like even for me, like somebody as a journalist, like for me, I was nervous this whole entire day setting up this interview because I want to make sure that everything is right. I want to make sure everything is good. I want to like when you care about something and you're nervous about it, it means you're really into it and you really love it.
Yeah, it means you want it to be perfect. Like you're not gonna half-ass it. You know what I mean? You're gonna do what you gotta. Like that's all I care. You know what I mean? Like just you get it. Yeah, like when you love something, you really want to do that. Like you're gonna do everything you can to make sure that you're always good.
Right.
And what you're doing is good because you're never gonna want to like produce crap. You never want to be that guy. Like you know what I mean? That's why great minds think alike, bro. You feel that?
Yeah. Even though you're from Massachusetts and I'm from New York, when that's kind of a beef there.
It's through sports teams. I mean, I've gone down to New York. I like Queens. You know what I mean?
Oh, you like Queens?
I've been to Queens.
Okay, we good then.
I like Queens. Yeah, Queens is must. Out of any place in New York, I hate New York, but like I just think it's because like no offense, I think it's like a dirtier, littler like Boston, but it's not in a bad way. It's just too busy. Like I was there on 4th of July and like people are shooting fireworks off in the middle of the street. We don't have that in Massachusetts. You shoot off, a little kid shoots off a freaking Roman candle. They're having the whole A7 down there at Eastie. So like I just hear, I'm like, what the? She's like, you don't do this down in Mass. I'm like, no, there's people walking on the sidewalk. They're shooting at the minute people are walking by in the cars. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? It's smoky as shit. I'm like, what is going on? What is going on right now?
That's the life though. That's the life.
But other than that, I love it down there. Like the food's good, the city's beautiful. You know what I mean? Like it's great down there. Queens is good.
And sometimes you mistake the fireworks for gunshots. So it's a give or take.
Well, I mean, if you hear the echo, you know, like
Yeah.
gunshots don't got an echo. But like, all I heard was like, I'm just walking. What the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, it won't happen.
No, it's definitely I'm definitely glad that you said you like Queens.
Yeah, I like
Definitely said
Queens.
you like Queens, right? We're cool there. Okay. We almost had a little bit of tiff, which you had tiff with somebody else on social media, which we're gonna talk about in a second. But I'm glad you turned it around and said you like Queens.
I like Queens.
Right, Queens. That's good. That's good. But one thing that you said that I'm interested in is that you want to get signed,
Yeah.
which I always find interesting because you're an independent star. You're doing great and successfully on independent scene. Limitless champion. You're the Southern Underground Pro champion, which you got around your neck right now. Um, but you want to get signed. I'm curious as to why.
Because I want this to be like, this is my passion,
Mm,
but I also want this to be like my job for the rest of my life. You
okay.
know what I mean? Like, it's not even about me getting my face on TV. It's about just like, I want to be good. I know if I'm good in wrestling, like, I'll be able to make enough money, take care of my family, and like not have to worry about shit. I don't want my people, I don't want my kids one day, because I don't have kids now, thank God. I
Right.
wouldn't be able to wrestle this much. But
Right.
like, I want one day of them to be good, like to have the shit that I didn't have. You know what I mean? Like, I
Yeah.
want my family, I want my people to always be good. So I want to get signed to take care of my people and make sure that we Gucci, like, and we always stay good. We're always afloat. That's my thing. Like, I've always taken care of my family. Like, I'm no like, if I could give up 2 days of trash checks, like, because I used to work trash,
Mm,
and that's like 35 an hour, 10-hour days. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
2 checks is like close to $700. I'm just like, yo, if we had to keep the lights on, here it is. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
and like, I also want to, it's also a little, I also want to be signed. I don't want to just, like, I love independent wrestling and I want to do this forever and I want to wrestle forever, but I want to be on TV. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, I feel like every wrestler does, like, I feel like some people get into wrestling being like, this is my pastime. I don't want to be on thing. Like, that's not me. Like, I want this to be my job.
Mm.
So I'm trying to get signed to make it my job. So I don't have to worry about shit. I can just wrestle. You know what I mean?
No, definitely. Is there a preferred, like, if you had an option? Let's say you could pick any promotion right now, any company that you could work for. Who would it be?
Whoever wants me and whoever's throwing up the most green. I mean, like,
Okay.
that's not, it's that's you know what I mean. Like, I'm not gonna, like, there's certain places I probably won't work for. Like, I know,
Mm,
like the big three I want to work for is WWE, New Japan, and AEW.
mhm.
I mean, ROH is under AEW, so like that's connected. But like, that's the big three that I want to, like, I would like to go to. Like, if it was like you know what I mean. But
Yeah.
like, I'm down to go anywhere. I'm down to do this. So if it takes going to like somewhere else, you know what I mean, like, that's
Yeah.
signed, like,
The
I don't
MLW
know,
or
like New Japan, like, you know what I mean, or
yeah,
Noah or someplace, like,
Impact,
I'll do it.
Impact Wrestling.
Impact, I mean,
Okay.
that was one of my top, you know what I mean. But like,
Yeah.
I mean, I love Impact. Impact was always one of my favorites when I was a kid. So was the AEW's fire, and
Right.
like, I feel like they're all three are good, and even like New Japan or like uh NWA, just to say I got signed by the NWA. I don't know, you know what I mean? Like,
No, but I'm glad it just like your answer was because I was kind of a trick question. I'm glad your answer was that whoever pays me was going to pay the most because you as an independent wrestler and as an individual, you should I personally think that you should never limit yourself to just, hey, I want to go to the I want to go to AEW, I want to go to MLW. Like I truly think that you as an individual and as a successful independent wrestler who's doing great things, you should get whoever the biggest deal is and be able to help your family and to help your lifestyle. You know what I mean?
yeah, I mean, that's the truth. But I also feel like, sometimes you gotta earn stuff, and like, I know, like, I'm not the biggest dude, so like, I'm going to have to work 10 times harder than everybody else, but I'm going to work 10 times harder and earn that. So like, regardless if it's not even like the best, like fanciest contract or like, oh, it's I can work my way up. You know what I mean? I just want that recognition. And I feel like I can wrestle anybody. Like, it doesn't matter what style you put me in there, I'll wrestle you, and I can wrestle you good, and we're going to have a banger. So like, I feel like I can fit in anywhere, any place that, like, yeah, anywhere I go, I'm going to fit in and not have a problem at. You know what I mean? I'm going to have to work 10 times harder than everybody else, but that's life. You know, wrestling is the same as life.
And you're also, again, this comes from being forward and being built that way. You were built to do that.
Yeah.
Now, not a lot of people can say, hey, I gotta grind and do this. You're built that you was brought up that way to kind of work for what you earn. You have two titles around your neck right now, and it wouldn't surprise me at all if in the next year we're seeing you sign to a big company.
Yeah.
So definitely keep doing what you're doing as well. I know the work ethic is going to keep going up. The match quality is continue to go up, and I believe that you will find your spot.
Well, I appreciate that. You know what I mean? I hope so.
Definitely.
I know so. You feel me?
Definitely. Have that confidence.
I gotta have that confidence. Yeah. I gotta put it out into the universe and visualize. You know what I mean? Like, visualize.
Speak it into existence.
Yep. Speak it to existence. Exactly.
Now let's get to what you have coming up, right? Because this Sunday, June 19th, you have your title defense.
Yep.
You have your title defense against Dominic Garrini.
Yep. And the 18th, I got GCW in New York. And then, and then the 19th, I'm facing Dominic Garrini for the first time. I'm finally going down to that Busta Southeast trash piece of garbage territory. Dude, do you see this belt? Like, look there's no more side plate. They couldn't even freaking afford, like, it fell off. Dude, like, I don't get this. This is garbage. Like, you know what I had to do? This is garbage belt. I had to make my own custom decals. I can't put it on the side because it's white. Bro.
Give him a little bit of credit. Give him a little bit of credit.
No. You see these titles? Let me break them off real quick. All right, these titles are a perfect representation of the territories.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Yeah.
You see this beautiful gold, this big gold, this shiny, beautiful world championship, actual world championship. And do you see this FanDuel E-Lucha looking fantasy draft freaking league ass belt that the Southeast Busters have that's held together by, like, they can't get me my new belt. I need a new belt. You
should have a new belt. I will concur.
Because this title isn't a Southeast title anymore. This is a Northeast title. I think subs forgetting that. Like, this is not gonna leave my side. So like, they can send over their past champions. They can send over. It doesn't matter who they send over. I'm just gonna take this back to the Northeast like I always do, and then I'm gonna defend it on Wrestling Open. And then sooner or later, I'm coming for AEC. So no big deal. See that? Hold up. Oh, gotta wait. You feel me?
Double champ status.
You know what I mean? Double champ status. Champ status.
Now, but I will say though, the person that you are facing, he's been pretty good too. He's a tag. He had a tag. He's normally was a tag team with Kevin Koo. But he's been doing pretty good this year too. I believe he has 5 wins, only 1 loss this year. He's somebody that is looking to take your title. What do you think? What are your thoughts on Dominic as an opponent, and what can fans expect from you on June 19th?
Dominic is no joke. Garini's legit. Like, so I know it's not going to be easy, but do I think I have a chance of losing? You feel me? Like, Dominic is a shoot. You know what I mean? And like, he can, he definitely is a problem, but the difference between, any other opponent that he's faced, even when he was sub-champion, is that he's never faced somebody like me. He's never faced somebody that can just take super amounts of pain and not, you know what I mean? Like, not quit. He's going to have to make me like go to sleep. He's going to have to incapacitate me. There's no me tapping out. You're going to have to snap my leg. So he's never faced someone that's like me. So when we have this match, it's going to be over. Like, I got respect for Guarini. He's a hell of a competitor, but he's not on my level. None of these busters are on my level. No Columbus, Ohio busters, no Southeast worst busters, no West Coast busters. No one's on my level. It's a fact. That's why I'm right now. Everywhere I'm going, I'm having bangers. I am the future. You know what I mean? So like Dominic Guarini, great Bone Storm champion. Great, great dude. Legit. Not on my level. And this Sunday, I'm going to prove it. And then I'm going to prove it again next week and next week and next week. You feel me? Like, this title ain't leaving my shoulders.
Now, I know you can't give the secret sauce. I know you can't give what you're going to do, your strategies, what you're looking out for. But what can fans expect on June 19th?
A fight. Like, this isn't going to be like a Greco-Roman wrestling match, or like, no, we're gonna be fighting. Me and Guarini gonna be going, because like, I know he's got problems with me, because like I said, like, I think he's like either the longest reigning sub champion or like one of the first sub champions. So like, this title means a lot to him, and he's not really happy that I have this around my shoulders. I don't care. So like, it's gonna be a fight, and I'm gonna knock his freaking teeth out. I'm going to take my foot, I'm going to shove it through his skull, and I'm going to walk out sub-champion. And then I'm going to prove, once again, why Northeast wrestling is the best wrestling. Northeast Beast, you feel me? Beast Coast.
I definitely feel you. That's a lot of strong words for a guy that a little dangerous. I like you, Alec. I like you, but he's a little dangerous.
He is dangerous, but I'm more dangerous.
Okay.
It's like, okay, ready? It's like if you were to put a bobcat versus a tiger. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm the tiger.
He's the bobcat.
He's the bobcat.
He's the bobcat.
No matter how fast you go, motherfucker, I'm gonna catch you and I'm gonna eat you. So do something. You like, I don't even know if that was a good representation, but I'm just talking about size It's not even size comparison. It's about who's got the more fight. He can go rounds. I can go forever, because I didn't grow up in rounds where it was 3 minutes and then get a break. You were fighting and you constantly fought. So come on, Guarini, let's go.
Well, fans, you could definitely watch that June 19th on IWTV. South Underground Pro. You're freaking me out. It's gonna be a banger. I think it's gonna be a banger.
It'll be straight back.
You're facing a dangerous man. You say you're dangerous. I can't wait to see how you defend the belt.
Let's do it. Time to step up now. Come to the Northeast. I'll do it a little bit early. I ain't afraid of him.
Let's save it for Sunday. All right. You know what I mean? Gotta be right. Gotta be situated. Gotta make sure you got the game plan going on. You also have Billy Tipton, I think, on June 20th as well. So you have a busy schedule going on, man.
Yeah, I got a lot.
You have a lot. So I'm
like I said, like 4 or 5 times a weekend right now.
Crazy. It's crazy, and it's all bangers.
And
it's all bangers, which is ridiculous. But where do you see yourself right now? Like, we're going towards the end of the year. We're 6 months out. Where do you see yourself in like the best wrestler of the year candidate? Like, you have Mike Bailey, who you fought. He's doing incredible work. The person that you may not be fond of, AC Mack, he's doing some good things too. Where do you see yourself as in that category of just the best wrestler in the world?
I see myself as number one. And I'm not even being cocky. I'm just being humbly honest. I see myself as number one. Bailey is amazing. He's incredible. I can work anybody. AC Mack, he's a piece of trash. He's a baby bag bitch. You don't want smoke with me. You tough to scale. No, the thing is, he really don't.
Okay.
See, AC is all talk. He likes everyone to believe his mouth. He's the biggest. He has the biggest mouth on the independents. This man is all like you ever heard of a dog that's got all bark and no bite? That's AC.
Oof.
You feel me? Like I'm not. I bite. I rip apart. I attack. I'm not over here talking about this and that and the third. No, I'm over here stating facts. Humbly stating facts. And it's just because they're mad because Northeast has always been the best. And we still are the best. And he got lucky. But that don't mean he's going to get lucky against me. Because if you look, ever since he's won that belt, he stayed far away from me. He's gone all the way in the Southeast. I've gone to his territory, this territory, my territory, and everybody else has gone to title shot with me. Everybody else. I don't think that's right. You know what I mean? So
no, I get it.
He can talk all the smoke he wants on Twitter, but that's just Twitter talk. He's got Twitter fingers. Come at me in real life. We'll see what happens.
Now you are the champion.
I want all the smoke. I want all the smoke.
So can we get that? Can we get that match? Can we get AC Mack versus Alec Price?
I mean, if you know what I mean, whenever he's feeling froggy, he can jump. I'm just gonna be doing me and collecting gold. You know what I mean? Like it's like he tried saying something because I said Beyond needs some gold of his own. I think Beyond needs some gold of its own. It ain't about you taking the belt. It's really the fact of the matter, like you think like we're lost without no. We make the standard of wrestling. You guys just copy paste. You feel like you guys just copy paste. We make the standard. When we need to evolve, the Northeast evolves, and then guess what happens? Every other territory follows suit. So whatever, they keep it. I'll just be I'll just be number one in the best territory in anywhere, like in the whole world. So like I'm good. Keep it. You can jack our style. You know what I mean? Like it's all right. No big deal. You know what I mean? Whatever. Keep it. You're just copying us. It's all like it's all like, you know what I mean? Like it's wrestling. What are you gonna do? Everybody copies everybody.
You're talking that talk right now.
I'm talking that talk.
You're talking that talk right now.
I'm talking that talk because it's real facts. I ain't spitting lies. I spit facts. You know what I mean? I don't speak no. I don't speak no bullshit. But whatever. You know what I mean? I don't copy paste. I make moments and I do stuff that's me. You feel me?
I feel you. AC Mack, listen. Alec Price said a lot. He said a lot. You gotta respond. You gotta respond. He wants to smoke. You got to do something now. It's out there now.
No, he's not going to.
We'll see what he does.
That's why he sneaked this last night. He sneaked this last night. He sneaked this.
I did see that.
Like late at night, like I wasn't gonna be up to see it. Dude, I got insomnia. I'm up all the time. You think I'm not gonna see you tweeting about me and you tag me in the like? Come on, that was a sneak. This he thought I was gonna be asleep. He didn't want me to respond. That was.
But hey, listen, you called him out. You set up the challenge.
Hey, you know what? I've said what I had to say, and I don't want to talk about that Buster no more. So he can do whatever he's doing, and I'm gonna do doing what I'm doing. You know what I mean?
And that's winning gold and keeping them.
Yep. Chewing bubble gum and kicking ass. That's all. You know what I mean? So
definitely. Before I let you go, I thank you for speaking with me. I would definitely appreciate it. I want to ask you some fun questions. Right? Outside of wrestling.
Yeah.
What is your favorite thing to do outside of wrestling? Like hobbies?
Longboarding and like comic books, no cap.
Comic books?
Yeah, like I like certain superheroes and like villains. Like some animes too. Like I kind of grew up with everything. So like comic books, like I'm like I don't really have a collection of them, but like I just watch my favorite, like I learn all my favorite stuff. You know what I mean? Like I start like when I get into something, I kind of go into it. You know what I mean? Like I want to learn all the facts and all the history. I don't really need to collect all the stuff to know that I'm a fan of it. You know what I mean? Like, or just that's just about it. I work and I do some comic book stuff. Like I read up on comic books sometimes of them, and like if I'm going like I draw, you know what I mean? Like I like drawing sometimes. Just regular stuff like I think anybody else would do. Except for like the anime, like anime's fire. And like longboarding's pretty dope. I like snowboarding too. That shit's fire. And riding my bike with no hands. That shit, I love that. That's my favorite thing to do.
You probably should not do that.
No, it's amazing.
You probably should not do that.
Why?
With no hands?
Yeah. I do it all the time. Up hills, down hills.
See, you're going up hills and down hills, man. I'm trying to protect you.
No, it's good. Listen, I've been doing it for years. So like as long as you because after a while you grow like you're using stabilizer muscles and like in your legs and your core that you don't use when you're regularly riding a bike because you got your arms there and you're all, you know what I mean? Like when you do that, you have to balance, you got to turn, you got to do everything. Like I'm telling you, anybody that wants to get a good leg workout, go and ride your bike with no hands for like 10 minutes and feel like you'll be on a bike for 30.
With a helmet?
No helmet.
Oh, God damn it. all right, man. I when you said you was living more dangerous, I get it now.
Dude, I'm a ballsy loudmouth with a death wish. Like, so as long as it's dangerous, it's fun.
Up and down hills though is the crazy part. I can understand you on the street just doing it, but up and down hills is like, all right.
Down hills is fun because you don't gotta pedal. So like I'll legit be texting while I'm riding a bike. I'm texting, I'm eating like full, like legit full meals while my bike just going through my bag and just pedaling. No cap at all. This is not no capery. This is not no cap a lot. This is facts. Like,
no, I know
just
it's no
chilling
cap.
on my phone, like tweeting while I'm legit just like, it's fun, bro. You got to do it.
Respectfully, no.
I'm telling you,
no.
It makes bike riding so much more fun because you have the freedom to do whatever you want while you're riding.
Alec, there's no mountains in Queens, bro.
Oh yeah, I mean, like, but there is over here. You know what I mean? Like, the new spot I just moved to, there is.
I'm not going upstate or whatever to go on a hill and ride.
You don't need no mountains, but like, you know what I mean? Some like steep, like some slopes and stuff. You feel me? Like,
but you don't run a helmet is the crazy part too.
Yeah, I mean, why do you need a helmet?
All right, man. All right. All right.
Like, all right. It's not a motorcycle. It's a bike.
Yeah, but all right.
Listen. You just gotta tuck and roll.
But you shouldn't have to be in a position to tuck and roll.
I mean, but like, if you don't know how to fall, you're gonna get hurt. So just tuck and roll and you go with the flow and you won't get hurt. It's always worked for me. I've gone over my handlebars and just rolled, and I was fine.
Please don't do that again.
It was an accident. I was a kid, so like, but like it was before wrestling too. It was pretty fire. Like I remember, like my boy Louis like just came out of nowhere and like he got in front of me, and I went to freaking hit the brakes, but I hit him too quickly and I just went over, and I legit like Superman like dolphin dove. It was pretty dope. Louis went over, he crashed and burned. I kind of just like rolled and was like, okay, my head's not cracked. I'm fine. Louis over there, what the fuck did you do that for? Like, you fucking came in front of me. How you gonna break in front of me? I just almost died. I was in the air. I was flying like Superman while you over here freaking getting hurt. Like, get out of here. I felt like Michael Jordan in the beginning of like Space Jam. It was like, fly like an eagle. You feel me? Like, I felt it.
All right, man. Listen, for your sake, I hope that you not do that again.
No, I'm not trying to.
Yes. Well, even just going downhill without a helmet. Don't do it again. Do it again. You're champion. You got merch. You have gold around your silver, but you have to have one gold around your shoulder, man. You got to protect yourself. Got to protect the brand.
No, I protect the brand. I'm not too like reckless nowadays. That was when I was a kid, but I still do ride with no hands. You know what I mean? Like, because I can just grab and hit the brake. I'm pretty smooth with it.
All right, man. Well,
listen, I've been doing it for years now. Like I've been doing it since I was a teenager, so I think I got it down to a science.
I feel you. So I meant to ask you. So, do you like subscribe to like a comic book subscription, like DC Universe or like the Marvel stuff?
I'm a big like Marvel guy. I like Marvel. like I like DC too. I like some of like Deathstroke's my favorite, like you know what I mean, villain.
Really?
Like
Okay.
out of DC. I love
Joker?
Deathstroke. Um but like I'm more of like I like Moon Knight. Moon Knight's like one of my favorites, like superheroes.
Did you like the show?
The show I loved. I love the show. The show was so good. They just I thought it was great. Chef's kiss.
Is that one of your? Would you say that's one of your the best shows they did so far? Is Moon Knight?
Yeah.
Okay.
It I mean, and just in my opinion, like it felt like the story was just completely unique from anything else they've ever done.
That is
Because
true.
they're diving into like you always seen like Thor. You
Mhm.
know what I mean? Like Odin, you're like, oh, they're gods, but they're not gods. They're Asgardians. They're just another race, but they're da 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 da. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
this was like, oh no, gods are real. They're just cosmic entities that came to Earth and basically just used the prayers to da da da. You know what I mean? And used to
Yeah.
come to Earth and like I liked it a lot. I thought it was great. And like the way that they like made Moon Knight, like it made him easier for people to digest. That's the one thing about his character. Like not a lot of people like, because it's a lot of stuff going on because he's got the multiple personalities.
Yeah.
And then like and then like in some comics, you don't even know if this is all happening in his head or if it's happening, you know what I mean? So like I feel like they did a great job of like letting people that wouldn't like traditionally know the character or maybe like, oh, I don't know if I like this guy because I can't get it, like they got it because they just kind of like drip fed, you know what I mean? It was like
Yeah.
we were learning as they were learning, like as like Steven was learning stuff, we were learning stuff, you know what I mean? So
Right.
I loved it. I thought it was great. And then like, the gods and stuff, like that shit's so badass. Like, and then the
That
Jake
was.
Lockley, like, the end credit scene.
Yeah. Yeah.
Woo! Conchu
Yeah.
was like, yo, why would I ever need anybody else? Have my number one, Jake Lockley. Yo, I was like, bro, Conchu's a badass.
He
And
is.
he's just like how he is in the comics. That's why I love it too. Like, he's not like, they're like, oh, we're making him a dick. He was always a nice. No, Conchu was not nice. Conchu was not nice. You know what I mean? So I love this. This is awesome. I think I can't wait for season 2 because at first they said it was just a series.
There's a season 2. I thought it was just a limited series.
No. So it was a limited series, right? But it got over so big that they changed the tweet where they said it was a series finale to season finale.
Oh,
because they had the post-credit scene to set up Jake Lockley.
I must have missed that then. Yeah, I thought it was on a limited series, limited series.
No, it was at first because Marvel didn't know how people were gonna react to Moon Knight. So like if it's a flop, they can just be like limited series, never gonna get it again. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's true.
But because it was so good and every week they kept getting positive reviews, they were like, fuck it, we're doing a new season. But Marvel's known for that, where they lie to you for a while and then give you something that you thought you knew and you were kind of right about, but you weren't right because it's, you know what I mean? Like, that's why I like Marvel too. Like the DC movies don't have that. You're always guessing. It always makes you want to like, you're interested to tune into the next show or the next movie. Like they have those moments that be like, oh shit, like maybe I should watch the next movie. Maybe I should watch that show. You know what I mean? Like that looked pretty cool. DC don't got that.
Before we go, I'm actually loving talking about Marvel for a second. What are your thoughts on the Thor: Love and Thunder movie that's coming out next month? Are you gonna go see it? And do you think what do you predict for the movie? Like what happens?
I feel like because I don't know where they're going with the Jane Foster character. Because originally in the comic books, Jane Foster got it after like she had cancer, and then like she got Neomir, and that was what was keeping her alive was the Thor powers. But when she lost it, she ended up dying, I guess, or something like that. Or like if I'm mistaken, people can, you know what I mean?
They'll probably be in the comment section.
But I think I'm right. In one iteration or another, I think that's what happened. So like I'm interested to see like what happens. I feel like Gore is definitely gonna like. I don't think he's gonna die. I think he's just like a bigger, because the All Black's there. So like he has the All Black. The All Black is Null the symbiote god's weapon. So I think it's introducing Null. It's starting to introduce like Marvel symbiotes, because at the end of the Venom movie, like, you know what I mean? At the end of Doctor Strange, Venom went.
Yeah.
Some of the symbiote was in. Now they're introducing the All Black. Gore got that after like taking it off somebody. You know what I mean? Like, and even if he does die, it's to set up Null. I don't think he's going to, because he has a connection with the All Blacks, so he has a connection with Noel because you know how it's like one whole hive mind basically. But I think it's gonna be great though. I love Thor movies. Me and my friends, like my boy calls us, me and my little friend group, the Avengers for some reason. And he's like, I'm Hulk, you're Thor, and your brother's Loki. So like every time I'm coming through, he's like, oh, you're coming in off for mascot and shit. You know what I mean? So I think it'd be great.
That's pretty cool. I will say I have a prediction. I think we're gonna see a death. I would not surprise me if Thor dies.
I'm not surprised if Jane died. I mean, if Thor dies, it could be them passing the torch on.
That's what I'm thinking.
But the thing is, I don't know because it's just like, I mean, it would be the fine, like the kind of like the piece that is response to his character. You feel me? Like if you look at Iron Man, he had that arc.
Yeah.
And Steve Rogers had that arc, and like Black Widow, she had that arc, and now she's dead. And like even Hawkeye had his arc, and you know what I mean? So I mean, it could be the last Thor movie we ever see.
Yeah.
Which sucks because he's such a good Thor. Like,
no, he is.
He's Thor. Like, I remember like Ed the Guardian when we watched the Avengers. He's like, him and Star-Lord are arguing. And he's like, we all knew who the real captain is. And he's like, yeah. My boy was like, bro, that's totally. He was like, we know who the real captain is. You know what I mean? Like,
the thing about the thing about Thor and Mighty Thor is that it feels like every Thor movie there's like a huge loss. Like he especially from Ragnarok and then the first Thor. Like it seems like every movie he's suffering a loss. So if
it could lead up to a big win.
If she's coming back, I could see him sacrificing himself in some way so that she can pass the torch and she could live on.
I think either that or it's gonna be happy ever after for Thor.
That is true. He is deserving of one. Like he's lost.
He is deserving. He's lost so much. Every movie he loses more and more. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like I think he should get that. Like all of the Avengers when they got dipped out of like screen, like when they like killed them off or when they got ripped, they all ended in a happy arc. They all were happy. So I feel like even if he dies, or I don't think he dies, like he's gonna be good. Like it's gonna be like Thor's movie, like his final like send off, and let's make this character happy finally. All the struggles and all the pains he's gone through, now he's finally Gucci. You know what I mean? At rest and shit. Like what Thanos wanted. It's crazy. He's kind of like the opposite of like, you know what I mean? Like Thor and Thanos wanted the same thing, just in different ways.
Yeah, I'm interested. I got my tickets to go see Thor. I can't wait. And I'm glad you're a Marvel fan. We can talk about shit like this.
Yeah.
And just lastly, what is your favorite snack or meal after a match?
I mean, usually on the road, it's like whatever I can get my hands on.
Is there a go-to?
Not really, because I'm not a picky eater. I just don't like fish, like a lot of fish. Like I'll eat fish if my mom makes it, but I'm not gonna eat fish. I definitely need like some Mountain Dew. You know what I mean? Like after a match, I just want kind of like a soda. And
no Pepsi. It's surprising.
It all depends on. It just all depends on the mood. You know what I mean? Like I'm maybe some Sasson chicken if I have it.
Okay.
If not, I'll go get some I like Chipotle too. Like some Denny's. You know what I mean? Like most of the time I'm going to Denny's or like IHOP.
I'm about to say IHOP. I'll pick IHOP.
Sheets. You know what? Actually, scratch that. I know what's my favorite thing of all time. And I need it after a match, especially when I'm in this territory. It's Sheets. I need Sheets. I love Sheets. Sheets is the gas station with everything. Oh my God, Sheets is so amazing. They have the food there and the pizza. Oh, I need a Sheets pizza. If I'm in Sheets territory, because they're not up here. If I'm in Sheets territory, I'm going for that 5-meat pizza. Like that, it's the best food. Like it's so good. It's like heaven. You can get your car washed. You know what I mean? You can get some lottery tickets, get some fast made food, get some food made, relax. Sometimes they even got like, yeah, like it's crazy. They got gas, bro, sheets, drive-throughs. I've seen sheets with drive-throughs. I was like, what the hell is going on right now? You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy.
I was, usually when I get these questions, usually I get like, I want to go to like I want to get a hamburger, I want to get a cheeseburger from McDonald's or Burger King or whatever. I've never heard sheets. Never heard sheets. That's the first time ever.
Dude, sheets is amazing because we don't have them up there, but like it's so good. It's so good. You can do whatever you want at the sheets. Sheets is fire. I need some sheets.
All right. Well, this is not a sponsorship, but yeah, maybe sponsorship from Sheets is
yeah. Come on.
Yeah.
I mean,
Sheets, if you're listening, Alec Price is your guy.
Sheets and Michelob Ultra, if you're listening. Champagne and beers for the Champagne and the Northeast Wrestling. You know what I mean? So
there you go. There you go. Man, I appreciate you for taking your time and speaking to me. This has been a whole lot of fun. Fans, look out for Alec Price on social media. Will you handle?
So what's good? If you guys want to follow, either you listen to this podcast because you're a really big fan of me. It makes more sense because you really like this podcast. So go follow them, like and subscribe. Make sure you're Gucci on them. My stuff's simple. I'm the Prize City OG at the Prize City OG. Twitter and Instagram is the same handle. I got a TikTok actually, which is the same handle too, at the Prize City OG. My Facebook is Alec Price. I may or may not accept your friend request. I got a Facebook page with the prize Alec Price, and Snapchat's only for the woes. So
there you go.
There you go. Oh, and go on my pro wrestling tees and grab some merch. I got some good shirts up there.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. And you can also check out Alec Price defend his Southern Underground Pro Championship against Dominic Green, June 19th. For You're Freaking Me Out, which you can watch on IWTV. If you don't have IWTV, I don't understand why you don't. It's a great deal.
$10 a month for almost every independent company. You know what I mean?
Thank you, Alec, for coming on. I definitely appreciate you, man. You got some gold to defend. So definitely looking forward to see how you do against Dominic Greeny. He's a nasty dude, he's a tough dude. And we'll see you June 19th.
June 19th, that's up. Be there, be square.
Signing off, my name is Tyree Simon here with the Northeast Beast, Alec Price. Have a nice day, guys.
Easy.